Yo, what is going on, you guys? My name is Zeppelin. Welcome back to the channel, and oh my god. Now, as of recording this, it has been just under a month since I've gone to see Nothing But Thieves, but for those of you who don't know, I've been sick for 3 weeks. I think I might have caught COVID at that concert, was sick for 2 weeks, was fine for 2 days, and then caught a chest infection, which I'm still running off now. So it's been a long month, but I'm finally ready to make this video, and I didn't quite know what direction I wanted to make the video, what direction I wanted to take the video in terms of making it, whether I just review a song and then talk about this, or literally just talk about the concert and put in maybe videos of the concert. But that's what I'm going to do. This is a sort of reaction slash review to Nothing But Thieves live in general, no particular song. Algorithmically, this is probably going to do terrible, because the only way you really get views in this type of stuff is if you put in a song and a reaction, but I hope it does well, and if you're sitting watching this, you are one of the people that's helping it do well, so thank you very much. So what we're doing here is just, I'm going to talk about my experience of going to see Nothing But Thieves live for the 3rd time. Well, okay, technically second. The first time I saw them was opening for Muse in 2016 on the Drones tour. So technically I've only gone to see them twice, but I've seen them 3 times and loved them every goddamn time. So let me give you my quick rundown of my sort of affiliation with Nothing But Thieves, the kind of story of how I got into them. But before we do that, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe if you're enjoying the content, and let me know what you think of Nothing But Thieves and this video. Please leave it down in the comments below. Any help you're willing to give me to grow towards YouTube partner is greatly appreciated. And also, just to quickly let you know, there's a video on my channel to do with The Last of Us, a critical analysis, just over an hour long. I spent so long working on it. It was such a personal journey for me, and it's something I'd really like you to check out, and I would hope that you would enjoy it. So how I got into Nothing But Thieves was pretty much, I had bought, I can't remember what FIFA it was, I think it was FIFA 17, and a couple of songs in that game I really liked. I really liked one in particular, and I actually can't remember the name of it now off the top of my head, but it was a Nothing But Thieves song. Lights Go Out? No. Oh god, what's the name of the song? What we do when the power's out? What do we do when... you know, someone in the comments can ridicule me for not knowing it. But yeah, that song was on FIFA. I really liked it. Didn't really know the band. Again, you like songs of FIFA, you don't really care. They're cool songs, you don't care about the band. I was a big Muse fan for years at that point. I was going to my first ever gig, like my first ever big concert. I was going to go see Muse. I was so excited. We got in. We won actually a competition for the 3 Arena to get into the VIP section for, you know, getting to sit in the restaurant area and eat before actually going to the concert. Trip Switch. That's the name of the song. Trip Switch. But yeah, so we were in the restaurant, and it meant we were a little late to getting in. We missed a couple of songs of the opener. But as we were walking, I remember just hearing Ban All the Music, and I was like, oh damn, that's a good song. And then after that, they played, I think they played that song from FIFA, Trip Switch. I was like, I know this song. Holy shit, is that them? And then the Muse thing was great. Like, I love the Muse concert. That's what I was there for. But when I went home, then I was like, they played that song from FIFA. And that's when I began to look them up. And I only actually remembered, sorry, I actually only remember because I was recording it on a really terrible, like, Sony Xperia F phone or something, you know, like a terrible phone. But I was recording it, and I just remember hearing that song then after the gig, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, that one. So I went looking them up, and that's when I started listening to the first album. I never listened to the whole first album, because I find it really hard to get into new bands, new albums. That's why you can even tell why my content, maybe here on YouTube, if you know me, is very centered around bands that I like. I find it very difficult to branch out, which is why I need suggestions on what to branch out to. Get to work in the comments. But yeah, I listened to them for a bit, really liked those couple of songs. Went off them a bit, like just for a little while, just because I didn't get mad into them. Then Broken Machine came out, and it started getting recommended to me on YouTube, and I listened to some of those songs on that album, and that album is an absolute, and I mean absolute, masterpiece of an album. And I listened to that full album when it came out, loved it to death, still have it in the car. My parents listen to it all the time, they love the band. Went back to listen to the first album, really began to appreciate and love the first album more after being able to give them a chance on the second album. And I've just been an absolute massive fan ever since, and I went to see them live again in 2018 after they released their What Did You Think When You Made Me This Way EP? Is that what it's called? I can remember the name of it before when I mentioned it in a previous video, and I think that might be the name, but again, if I'm wrong, you go nuts in the comments, people. But I went to see them then and I was blown away. It was such a good gig. So then when more panic came around, COVID came around, we were in lockdown, didn't get to see them for a long time. Things kept getting pushed back. But the time finally came to go see them in Belfast for the third time. And wow, I really, really enjoyed it. Like, it was a weird one purely because at the time I was tired, I was in pain, I have back issues, I was standing, so I was there just like in pain. I was miserable on the day, but I just loved the gig. One thing I will say is that the lights in the gig were so intense that they borderline hurt. Like, the lighting was really weird. It was really weird. I don't know how to explain it. It was just like the lights were so strong. It'd be like these lights, if the lights here and there, you know, that I have shining, were just like by times a million, to the point like even my whole face was green or pink and you could barely discern any features. Like, that's how strong the lights were. They were insanely strong. And when they were going at 100 miles an hour during the fast songs, I was there like, fuck, if I was on anything right now, I'd be tripping. Like, it was really, really strong. But apart from that, I loved it. I actually have a couple of good videos from the concert in general, which I am going to show you right now. I hope you enjoy them. Here we go. Okay, so after seeing those videos, you probably understand why I enjoyed myself so much. They sounded brilliant. I can definitely say that while maybe even the vocal performance or the overall atmosphere and vibe of the place wasn't quite as good as the second time I seen them, I'd say the second time will be probably my all-time favorite. This time it really felt like they've refined their sound, just in terms of like, there's barely any mistakes live, the actual quality of the sound is way better. I definitely think Connor, the singer, has gone through some vocal training in the last few years to really kind of help preserve his voice, because he has a fantastic voice, but one that could definitely burn out over time. And listening to him, he just sounds incredible. He can get some grit in his voice now. It's not as sort of what some people would call waily. There can be a real bit of grit there when he wants it to be there. And just listening to him sing those songs, some of them, especially Impossible at the end, like, was just such a privilege. And then Phobia, which has become one of my all-time favorites, hearing that live. I thought it would be one that wouldn't translate as well live, but I actually liked it better live, which I was very surprised by. Future Proof is a song that's really grown on me ever since hearing it live, and they're just really cool. I hope now, when this lockdown stuff stops, like properly, if it will ever stop, but that's a question and a video for another time, that they come around to Ireland more, because I'm just looking now, and in 2022 they're going to be all in the States, and they're probably going to go to Russia, and they're not going to come back around until 2023 probably. That's a bummer. That's such a bummer. That's the one thing I hate about gigs, is that I get such a burnout after them of knowing that it'll be at least years before I see them. And it was the same at Muse as well, especially when Muse didn't come around on their Simulation Theory tour. Still livid about that. I will never let that go. But no, I hope both bands, but Nothing But Thieves in the context of this video, come around more often, whether even like for a festival. I know they sometimes like to do their festivals in Ireland, so if there's any festivals running maybe towards the end of 2022 in Ireland and they're there, if I can afford it, I'd probably be more likely to be able to afford it this year, or maybe if I get YouTube Partner I could afford it. Subscribe please. But no, if I actually could afford it, I'll definitely go to a festival to see them. Now I know a festival wouldn't be as good as seeing them in like a concert hall or whatever, but I enjoy them. I want to experience them, and I want to experience them with friends. And overall, I just have to say the gig was amazing. I absolutely loved it. I love the band, I love their sound, love their music, love the direction they're going, and I can't wait to see them in the future. If you're thinking whether or not you should go see them live, highly recommend you do it. I mean, come on, look at the guys. Look at them over there. Look at the little guys. Oh, go see them. Go see them if you get the chance. Alright guys, well, I don't know how long that was. Probably, I've been recording for 10 minutes, and then if I edit and put the videos over, it could be like a 12-13 minute video, so that's probably seems like the best place to leave it. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like or dislike if you didn't like it. Make sure to leave a comment, let me know what you think of the band, and let me know what you think of the video. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more, and hit that notification bell so you will be notified whenever I do anything on this channel, because I know I can be inconsistent as hell. I'm trying to get back into it after being sick, but you know me. Come on guys, you know me. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one, and remember, we will be doing way more Nothing But Thieves content on this channel when they release new stuff in future, or even reacting to other live performances, because they like to release stuff like that from time to time on their channel, and you know that we'll be reacting to it here, folks. So I hope to see you then. Take care. Peace.